my little dill pickles. How are you guys? So this video is kind of different from other things that I've made, so let me know what you think. But in this video, you guys can just like draw with me, listen if you like to listen to my voice. But in this video, I am drawing an entire like storyboard chapter of a comic that I've been working on, and you know, I just kind of wanna talk about it because I get really excited about it. But yeah, basically, just in this video, I'm going to try to draw the entire chapter that I've written in like an hour, because that's all the space I have on my phone. But yeah, so that's all pretty good. And normally drawing a chapter takes like a couple of days to weeks. So I kind of pushed myself out of my comfort zone, but I'm actually really pleased with how it turned out, because I mean, like, I understand everything that's going on. I know that it's not anything special, but yeah, so that's basically what I'm doing in this video. Or that's what I'm drawing, I guess. But basically, this is a comic that I have been working on since I think I turned like 17 or like 16, and I'm 20 now, so it's been like in the back of my brain for a while. But essentially, it is about this girl and her twin brother. The main character's name is Amelia, and her twin brother Matthew. And it takes place in the 1700s, like the early 1700s, which was the golden age of pirates. Basically, when they could do pretty much anything they wanted, because it's hard to explain. They just were it's kind of like, how do I explain this? I don't know. The golden age of pirates. But yeah, so it takes place in the 1700s, and there is this dastardly, villainous pirate, and he's basically the Blackbeard of the universe. Not the universe, but like the story's universe, and his name is the Gentleman because he's very polite when he takes your money and kills your sailors. And so he's a bit of a problem, and what ends up happening is, because Matthew and Amelia are like kind of high up in like social rankings, their father, the governor, he doesn't have a name, he's just the governor or the father, you know, he volunteers his son Matthew to go after the pirates with a crew. And Amelia doesn't want that, you know, because she's pretty cool. She wants to go after the pirate herself, but oh no, it's the 1700s and women don't have women don't have rights. But you know, that's just, you know. So she ends up taking Matthew's identity, stealing his identity to go after the pirate for herself, and she ends up getting captured by the pirate. So in this chapter, Matthew is... what is he doing? In this chapter, Matthew is, you know, having a conversation with his father, and his father's like, you must assume your sister's identity so that we can restore her social standing. And Matthew's like, I don't want to do that. I am a boy and I don't want to wear a dress. But I thought it would be funny, so I'm making it happen. But yeah, that's essentially the basic plot of the story. I don't want to give away like too many spoilers, because I do eventually want to either try and have this professionally published or self-published. And so yeah, that's basically like some of the some of the plot points and what's going on. I don't even know if I want to admit this, but originally this was like a total fan fiction. And back when I first had the idea, I originally wanted to be like an author, and it was before I was like okay at drawing, and so I was gonna make a fan fiction using the Hitalia characters. So in the fan fiction, Amelia would be America and Matthew would be Canada because they look similar. And then I think we're getting like super deep into the fandom stuff. Arthur is 2P England. And like that's I don't even know why that makes sense to me, but like I'm sorry if this is just like out of anyone's like realm of knowledge. Um but it originally started out as a fan fiction, and then I was like, well, I want these characters to do different things, and yeah, so I'm a total like weeb, but only for Hitalia, and it's yeah. I'm lucky because that was like the only fandom I was ever like deeply, deeply in. Um, I think, hopefully, hopefully. But yeah, and so there's love interests for both of the twins. Matthew's twin was originally going to be Prussia, but Prussia is now just his actual love interest's brother. I didn't want. I eventually stopped. There is so much meaning behind like a whole bunch of little tiny things in, what will be like the final cut, but like I don't want to I don't want to describe why Arthur, the gentleman, the big dastardly pirate, has a certain colored coat. Oh my gosh. Don't judge me. But yeah, I mean, I'm having fun. And like, if no one reads it, at least I like have at least I have a comic. Like, come on, like who can say, except for like people who have, comics, who can say they've like had their comic published, right? But basically the reason I'm making this comic is because I am doing this just for, like, A, so I can have fun, and B, to prove to myself that, oh, I can actually finish things, and C, I can add it to a portfolio if I decide I don't like making comics. But so far, I've really enjoyed, I've really enjoyed the process of making it. I had, like, a little bit of a script for it for like the first couple of chapters way back when I had first started writing it, but yeah, I stopped because the only reason I wrote like a big script and like had it all typed out nice is for a class I took, and it was for creative writing, and it just killed all of the joy I had for creative writing. Ironic, but so I had like a little bit of it. So because I didn't have like too much, I just had like the storyline and all the characters. I figured, like I should rewrite everything. I should redesign all the characters. And honestly, it's been so much fun, and I have such zest for this project. I heard that from Bob's Burgers, but I have very much zest for the story that I'm working on. And the reason I chose this one is like, it's not really like I have like a few different projects that are like my children, and I don't want to do them if they're gonna turn out bad. But this one I figured, I really enjoy pirates, and I enjoy, like adventure stories. So I figured, why not like just stick to this idea and try to work everything out and finish everything on my own and just see how I enjoy it. And I'm only working on the storyboard right now, as you can see, but I'm very excited to finish the storyboard and then get to the line art and the coloring and the lighting, and yeah. I don't know, like, I've been, like, ever since I, like, started working on this project, I've been waking up in, like, such a good mood. I'm like, wow, I can't wait to work on this. And like, there's like, you can't see me, but like, there's such a smile on my face right now because I'm just like so happy to talk about it. Quarantine is killing me. But yeah, so my plan to actually finish this comic is to finish all of the storyboard right now, and then as soon as the storyboard's done, I'll move on to all of the line art. So like line art from chapter 1 to chapter 18 or whatever, and then I'll do like the base coloring, and then I'll do like the shading and then the lighting. So as I move along, it should go faster as I have more of like the steps done. And it's gonna take me a while, because the first 3 chapters took me like 3 months. Okay, it's gonna take a while. But it's all good. Like, I'm in no rush. I'm having fun, and I'm doing things the way I would like them to be done. So, it's fun. But the reason I'm not doing like a chapter at a time, so like, like I do the storyboard for a chapter and then I do the line art coloring and shading and then I post it to Webtoon, is because I'm not exactly sure how I want the final product to look. I don't know if I want to do 2-cell coloring, which is just like the base color, and then I, shade with one color instead of shade with a few different colors, if that makes any sense. I'm still trying to figure that out, and I don't want my art style to be super drastically different by the time I finish the comic. I want it to all look really coherent. So I figured I'd get all the preliminary storyboard stuff done, and then I can move on from there. But yeah, yeah, it's all fun. I don't really know what else to say. I have a little piece of paper with plot points that I should talk about throughout the video, but I've hit them all, and I don't know what else to say other than, stay tuned. Maybe this won't be a super big train wreck, and maybe I'll finish this super quick, and maybe it'll die like all the other projects, but I really hope it doesn't. Anyways, thank you for watching.